Hello and welcome to my first ever sketchbook tour. I started the sketchbook in July 2025 and finished it in January 2026. If you haven't yet, go watch my previous video about this sketchbook to understand the different approach I took to this book. This spread was an idea test, so I wanted to paint on wood panels but stain the panels so that they have this vintage mid-century look to them. And I wanted to paint my cutie little peas on top. I was experimenting with how I wanted the pea vines to look and the color combos that would work on top. I used layers of Copic markers to achieve this wood brown, Prismacolor, and gouache for the flowers and peas. My first time using watercolor pencils was so fun. I love using them to add texture and then adding water to make the background fill out while still keeping the initial marks if I don't add too much water. There's so much to explore with watercolor pencils, I think. This page was a little dedication to Cosmic Crisp apples. I was gifted some of these apples, which are my favorite ever, and made this drawing and video for it. My #1 apple, so good. I had this funny idea to just put a stick at the bottom of a fruit to make it a fruit tree, and now this is like a fruit garden, so there's an apple tree, banana tree, and a pear tree. A bit silly, but I love it. There are some ideas to expand this more later. This page can go to hell. I was trying to make a cool title page for a video, but quickly realized it was gonna be so ugly. I love this page so much. I just love how the pears fit so perfectly and they have so much harmony in this layout. One of my favorite pieces from the sketchbook to date. And of course I tried to include a bunch of different varieties to make it fun. I took this photo of chopped spring onions and they just look so perfect, so I had to go and put it on a page. I was also practicing for doing a special drawing for my friend, which still hasn't been tackled yet. I'm so slow when it comes to doing personal projects. But I love their little faces, the texture in the greens and the whites. Also another favorite page. Keeping in theme with aromatics, I drew garlic chives or Chinese chives. I was never exposed to this type of chive until I went to my in-laws' place and literally everything had chives in it. I love the flavor. I was wondering how to give every single strand a face. Then I realized I didn't have to. They are sold in bunches like this and wrapped with a rubber band, so this red band is a perfect contrast to the green. It kind of looks like one of those wokmasters in a steaming kitchen. Gem corn keychain. I thought this was cute, but I'm not in love with how it turned out. Apparently in China there are baby gem corns that people use as phone charm decorations. Like, it's so cute and actually so pretty, and it's a real corn. And I wanted to try use the pinks and purples for this piece. I saw this amazing purple Napa cabbage and wanted to draw it so badly. I think one of the most famous uses of Napa cabbage or wombok is in kimchi. So this gave me a chance to draw some other cool veggies as well as test out my compositions. I love the ginger and the garlic and they are just so cute. And I chose a purple garlic to match the purple cabbage. This page had me going viral. I had so many views from this spread reveal. I was inspired by this tea towel on Pinterest, but I actually lost the red pencil, and by me I mean it was obviously my toddler, but let's not play the blame game here. So I pivoted and used orange, which worked beautifully. So of course I wanted to do a matching fruit page. I actually used the watercolor pencil for the orange and then Prismacolor for the blue so that when I apply water, the colors wouldn't mix together. So with the blueberry and orange, I also wanted to make sure the colors didn't muddy together. So I kept the blueberry as an outline, and I think the contrast and effectiveness of how simple this is works so well. And you will see it inspires so many more pieces. I wanted to try a spread of patterns, and I think this color combo worked so well with my homegrown radishes, a little more funky than my usual stuff. Stamp designs are pretty trendy, so I wanted to try it out with some fruit, but I don't think this format really resonates with me. I freaking love this piece. I wanted to play with the idea of companion planting, and I think this worked so well. The balance and contrast taking inspo from the blueberry earlier was just chef's kiss. I also love the detailing of the onion with the fine lines. The nasturtium is good, but I can definitely improve the flower a bit more. Another companion piece, this time with peas. Sorry. I had this union in my own garden, so it was fun to take inspiration from my own growing bed. I think they all worked very well together too in terms of balance, longer shapes, and different sizes of the fruiting part. I love it. It was mango season and I was eating so many mangoes, so many. I tried to do the composition like the pears, but I feel like this didn't have as much of a wave effect and it's more triangular, not as fluid as I would have liked. I need to make a full mango poster soon. I love mango so much. I've been seeing a lot of farmer content recently and how so much produce gets rejected from supermarkets due to sizes not being uniform. But I swear I remember getting a punnet as a kid and them being so random. I remember getting the super mutated strawberries that were like 5 merged into 1. I usually only buy red capsicums because they taste the best, but I always see red, yellow and green capsicum packaged together. It looks good to have variety, but green capsicums just taste so weird. And if you're somewhere else in the world, it's a bell pepper, chill. We call it something else, okay? Not a big deal. Anyway, this is like Survivor themed because green sucks, sorry. Did a watermelon Christmas tree because Christmas, big surprise. I kind of wish I did the star more starfruit looking, but it was a very quick drawing and the pun wasn't even that good. Another mango cause I love mango. Did I say that already? This is where I started my series, finished the sketchbook in 10 days. I'll link all the videos I mentioned in the description, by the way. This is a hardy banana. It's not as mushy as a typical Cavendish, and the fingers are very small. Again, I wanted to try a pattern page too. With the figs, I wanted to try another composition style. I want to get into kids' books and notice how they push composition so much. Like on the same spread, it would be a close-up and a wide shot, which I don't think I've ever thought of combining like that. A macadamia growing sequence, so delicious. I'm going to talk through these last ones very quickly, so if you want to watch the other video, it doesn't feel too repetitive. I love this feijoa page. I took the composition from someone's TikTok of them gathering feijoas from the ground. I actually really dislike this page, but for some reason it's been one of the more popular pages of the series. I bought Neocolor 2s for the first time and I'm trying it out here. I'm thinking of redrawing this design digitally and turning it into a die-cut bookmark. It would make such a cute design. If you haven't seen my Instagram post, I've been asking people how they use bookmarks and what they'd like to see. So if you want to have your say, let me know. Again, trying something new with the composition to bring more attention to the leaves while allowing the sweet potato to have a nice body to it. Another composition play, but more graphic. I do like the rounded rectangle as a background. It gives the leaves a nice setting. The mulberries, I tried mixing Neocolors to make this background color, but it didn't work and it looks very flat and uninteresting. My first animal drawing, a dead chicken. I'm going to try and incorporate more elements into my work this year, but slowly. I don't want to stray too far too quick, you know? And that's all! I actually have another short sketchbook that's finished, but might save that for when its book twin is also finished. Let me know what you think, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!